Hello and welcome to our channel where science is narrated. Facts and relaxation bringing it together. Lily and the Language of Forests. A scientific literary journey through 40 forest truths. Lily was 8 when she first learned that trees talk. Not with words, but with scent, with sugar, with electrical pulses that race through soil. She was crouched under a Douglas fir in the damp hush of the Pacific Northwest, her hands buried in moss that felt like a wet animal's pelt. Her grandfather, a retired botanist, had just told her, "The forest is one body, Lily. You're inside it right now." She didn't understand then. But she wanted to. So Lily became a collector of forest truths. Not leaves or pine cones, facts. She wrote them in a green moleskin notebook, numbered them, cross-referenced them, and tested them against the living world every summer. By the time she was 24, a field ecologist in her own right, her notebook had 40 entries. This is her story, and theirs. 1. Forests cover 31% of Earth's land surface. Lily first traced that number with her finger on a globe in her grandfather's study. 4.06 billion hectares. To her, it meant that nearly 1/3 of the world's dry skin was tree-covered. She would later learn that we're losing 10 million hectares per year, an area the size of South Korea, gone. Every year. 2. A single teaspoon of forest soil contains more microorganisms than there are humans on Earth. She scooped up a spoonful of humus under an old maple and stared at it. Bacteria, fungi, nematodes, protozoa. A universe. Her professor later told her, 1 gram can hold 1 billion bacteria cells. Lily stopped thinking of dirt as death after that. 3. Trees communicate through underground fungal networks. The Wood Wide Web. Lily called it the forest internet. Mycorrhizal fungi connect roots of different trees, even different species. Through them, a Douglas fir can send carbon to a seedling in the shade. When one tree is attacked by insects, it can warn neighbors via chemical signals through the fungus. Lily once watched a dying tree dump its resources into the network, a last will and testament written in sugar. 4. Mother trees exist. Dr. Suzanne Simard's work became Lily's Bible. The oldest, tallest trees are hubs in the fungal network. They nurture the young, recognize their kin, and preferentially send them more carbon. Lily found one in Oregon, a 500-year-old ponderosa pine with 47 trees linked to it. She named it Athena. 5. Trees can detect when they're being eaten. When a caterpillar bites a leaf, some trees emit volatile organic compounds within seconds. These airborne chemicals warn other branches and other trees, which then produce defensive toxins. Lily dabbed caterpillar saliva on a leaf once. The whole aspen grove smelled different an hour later, bitter, alert. 6. An aspen grove is often one organism. Pando, in Utah, is a clonal colony of 47,000 quaking aspen stems from one root system. It's over 80,000 years old. Lily stood inside it and felt the weight of continuity. One plant, 106 acres. If Pando could speak, what stories would it tell? 7. Trees sleep at night. Using laser scanners, scientists found that birch trees droop their branches by up to 10 centimeters at night. No light, no photosynthesis, so they rest. Lily camped out with time-lapse cameras to see it. The forest exhales at dusk. 8. Forests create rain. The Amazon generates 50 to 80% of its own rainfall through transpiration. One large tree can release 1,000 liters of water vapor per day. Lily learned that cutting forests doesn't just remove trees, it deletes clouds. This is called the biotic pump. 9. There are 3.04 trillion trees on Earth. A 2015 study counted them. That's 422 trees per person. But we had 5.8 trillion before human civilization. Lily did the math. We've cut half the world's trees. 10. Trees can live for thousands of years. Methuselah, a Great Basin bristlecone pine, is 4,855 years old. It was a seedling when the pyramids were built. Lily touched a 2,000-year-old redwood and thought about how it had lived through the Roman Empire, the Black Death, both world wars. 11. Dead trees are forest infrastructure. Snags and fallen logs host 40% of forest wildlife. Woodpeckers, beetles, salamanders, fungi. A dead oak can support life for 300 more years. Lily stopped calling them dead. She called them condos. 12. Forests absorb 2.6 billion tons of CO annually. That's 1/3 of fossil fuel emissions. But old-growth forests store more carbon than young plantations. Lily's data showed cutting a 500-year-old forest and replanting releases carbon that takes centuries to recapture. 13. The boreal forest is Earth's largest land biome. 1.9 billion hectares circling the northern globe. It holds 30% of all terrestrial carbon. Lily spent a winter there. The silence was so deep she could hear snowflakes land. 14. Tropical forests hold 50% of Earth's terrestrial biodiversity. Yet they cover only 6% of land. 1 hectare in Ecuador can have 655 tree species, more than all of North America. Lily catalogued 120 beetle species on a single tree in Panama. 15. Some trees rain aluminum. The Simplocos genus accumulates so much aluminum that its leaves can be used as mordant for dyes. Lily burned a leaf and the ash was 20% aluminum oxide. The forest does metallurgy. 16. Lightning strikes create forest art. Lichtenberg figures, fractal scars, are left on trees hit by lightning. Lily found one on a Scots pine in Scotland. It looked like a frozen river system down the bark. 17. Trees have heartbeats. During the day, water moves up trunks via transpiration pool. At night, the trunk diameter shrinks slightly as pressure drops. Dendrometers record this pulse. Lily hooked sensors to a beach. It had a slow, daily thump. 18. Forests filter water better than any machine. A mature forest can filter 95% of nitrogen and 85% of phosphorus from runoff. New York City saved $6 billion by protecting the Catskills watershed instead of building a plant. Lily drank from a stream in protected forest. It tasted like cold stone. 19. Wolf tree-shaped forests. These are old, wide-crowned trees left when land was cleared for pasture. They become seed sources and habitat anchors when the forest regrows. Lily found one in Vermont, a 200-year-old sugar maple standing alone in new growth like a matriarch. 20. Forest bathing is medicine. Shinrin-yoku in Japan. Phytoncides, antimicrobial compounds trees emit, boost human natural killer cells and lower cortisol. Lily's blood pressure dropped 8 points after 2 hours in cedar forest. 21. Trees can clone themselves after wildfire. Redwoods sprout from burls, woody knots with dormant buds. After fire, a redwood can grow a full new crown from its charred base. Lily saw a redwood in California with 15 trunks, all from one ancient burl. 22. The tallest tree is Hyperion, 115.92 m. A coast redwood in California. Location kept secret to protect it. Lily never saw it. She liked the mystery. Some giants should be left alone. 23. Forest soils store 3x more carbon than the atmosphere. most of it in the form of glomalin, a sticky protein made by mycorrhizal fungi. Lily learned to recognize it, the soil aggregates, the crumb structure that smells like earth. 24. Some seeds only germinate after fire. Serotinous cones of lodgepole pines are sealed with resin that melts at 45 degrees Celsius. Giant sequoia seeds need fire to clear the understory. Lily walked a burned site 1 year later. It was a nursery. 25. Trees can hear. Studies show roots grow toward the sound of running water at 200 Hz. Pea plants exposed to caterpillar chewing sounds produced more defensive chemicals. Lily played a recording of water to a willow cutting. Its roots curved toward the speaker. 26. Mangrove forests are carbon champions. They store 3-5x more carbon per hectare than tropical rainforests, mostly in waterlogged soils. Lily sunk knee-deep in Malaysian mangrove mud. It smelled like life and decay at once. 27. Forests have their own weather. Dense canopies create a forest climate 2 to 5 degrees Celsius cooler and 10% more humid than outside. Lily's data logger proved it. Step into old growth on a 30 degrees Celsius day, it drops to 24 degrees Celsius instantly. 28. Acacia trees hire ant bodyguards. In Africa, Vachellia drepanalobium trees have hollow thorns that house aggressive Chromatogaster ants. The ants attack elephants and giraffes that browse. In return, the tree feeds them nectar. Lily watched an elephant flinch and retreat. 29. One oak supports 2,300 species. English oak, 38 bird species, 229 bryophytes, 108 fungi, 284 insects, and more. Lily spent a summer counting. She got to 674 before she had to leave. 30. Forests migrate. After the last ice age, spruce forests moved north at 100 m per year. Now, due to climate change, trees are migrating 10x faster, but fragmentation blocks them. Lily mapped seedlings. They're not keeping up. 31. Some trees bleed. Dragon's blood tree, Dracaena cinnabari, produces deep red resin when cut. It was traded as medicine and dye for 2,000 years. Lily cut a small branch, permitted, and the sap looked arterial. 32. Forest canopies are a third continent. We know more about deep sea than we do about canopy life. 50% of forest species live there. Lily climbed into a Costa Rican canopy with ropes. It was another world: orchids, monkeys, ants that farm fungus. 33. Trees release aerosols that seed clouds. Terpenes from boreal forests react in the atmosphere to form particles that water condenses onto. The forest makes its own rain. Lily smelled it. The sharp pine scent after rain is 10,000 compounds talking to the sky. 34. The Amazon River flows through the air too. Flying rivers, vapor plumes from the Amazon, carry more water than the actual Amazon River and water South America's agriculture. Lily saw it on satellite data, a river in the sky. 35. Deadwood is a carbon time capsule. In cold forests, fallen logs can take 500+ years to decompose. They're slow-release carbon banks. Lily dated a log in Sweden, 420 years dead, still solid. 36. Trees synchronize their blooming. Masting, oak and beech trees across entire regions produce huge seed crops the same year, then almost none for years. This overwhelms seed predators. Lily's 10-year dataset showed 3 mast years. The forest keeps secrets, then reveals them all at once. 37. There are underground forests. In South Africa, underground trees like Paranari capensis keep 80% of biomass below ground to survive fire and drought. They look like shrubs, but are forests in hiding. 38. Forest edges are battlegrounds. Edge effects, more light, wind, invasive species, penetrate 300 m into a forest. A forest cut into patches dies from the edges in. Lily measured it. Temperature spikes, bird diversity drops. 39. We've explored only 15% of forest species. Entomologists estimate 80% of beetles in tropical canopies are undescribed. Lily discovered a new fungus gnat in Borneo. It now has her name, Misetophila liliana. 40. Forests remember. Tree rings record drought, fire, volcanic eruptions. Soil charcoal remembers ancient burns. Genetic code remembers migrations. Lily Corda fir and red 300 years. The 1815 Tambora eruption was a thin, dark ring. The forest wrote it down. Lily closed her notebook on her 30th birthday, under Athena the mother tree. She had her 40 facts. But the forest wasn't done. It never is. A chickadee landed on her boot. The wind moved through the canopy like a breath. And somewhere, in the dark, hyphae were carrying a message in sugar and electricity: grow. Lily smiled. The real count wasn't 40. It was infinite. She'd just written down the first page.